I should have seen it the moment her father's hand closed around my collar. Not the violence, I'd grown used to being the family punching bag. No, what I should have seen was my wife's face. That smirk, like watching a dog get kicked and finding it amusing. Her future matters. Yours never did. Those words hung in the air of their pristine living room while my back slammed against the wall hard enough to rattle picture frames. Photos of their perfect family. I wasn't in any of them. My interview was in 40 minutes. Senior engineering position. The kind of opportunity that comes once, the kind that could change everything for us. For us, I'd thought. But Sarah's sister needed a ride to the mall. Apparently, that was more important. I looked at my wife, waited for her to say something, anything. She examined her nails. That's when something inside me went quiet. Not broken, clarified. I walked out. Didn't slam the door, didn't shout. Just left. 3 years earlier, Sarah had been different. Or maybe I'd been blind. She'd smiled when I talked about my projects, touched my arm when I shared my dreams. Her family had seemed warm, welcoming. Her father had called me son. I'd ignored the small things. How family dinners always ended with me picking up the check. How my savings slowly bled into Sarah's student loans, her car, her sister's emergency expenses. How I'd deferred my master's degree twice because family comes first. I'd told myself love meant sacrifice. I was an idiot. The signs had been there for months. Sarah's late-night phone calls with her father. The way conversations stopped when I entered rooms. Her sudden interest in our financial documents. The joint account we'd opened for transparency that she monitored like a hawk. I'd found the group chat by accident, left open on her laptop. He's too attached to that job thing. Keep him focused on family. Dad can handle him if he gets difficult. Once his name is on the house mortgage, we're set. The house, her father's investment property. They'd been pressuring me to co-sign for weeks. I'd almost done it. Almost. I made it to the interview, straightened my tie in the parking lot, pushed down the rage, and walked in. Nailed every question. They offered me the position on the spot, with a signing bonus that made my hands shake. I accepted. Then I went to work. First, I moved my paycheck to a new account. Then I called our landlord. My name was the only one on the lease. Gave 30 days' notice. Found a studio apartment across town and secured it within 48 hours. I documented everything. Screenshots of the group chat, bank statements showing years of one-sided contributions, photos of my bruised back. I met with a lawyer that week. Sarah didn't notice anything wrong. Why would she? I came home, made dinner, smiled. I'd been well trained. I filed for divorce on a Monday morning. Had her served at her father's house while I was at my new job. My phone exploded. 37 calls, 62 texts. I answered none of them. Her father showed up at my new apartment 3 days later. I'd been expecting him. I opened the door with my phone recording, my neighbor, a police officer, standing in his doorway across the hall. "You need to come home and fix this," he demanded. "I don't have a home with you anymore. You can't just abandon your wife." "I can. Watch me." His face went purple. He stepped forward. My neighbor stepped out. He left. The divorce was swift. No shared assets to divide. I'd made sure of that. Her lawyer tried to claim I owed Sarah for supporting her through hardship. My lawyer presented the group chat, the bank statements, the medical photos. Sarah's face in that courtroom, that's what I'd waited for. The realization. The math clicking into place. Understanding that I'd known, that I'd planned, that for once she'd underestimated the man she'd married. Her father tried to speak. The judge silenced him. I got everything I'd brought into the marriage. She got nothing. The co-signing for the house, they'd been counting on my new salary, my good credit. Without me, they couldn't qualify. Lost the investment property within 6 months. I heard Sarah moved back in with her parents. Her sister never did finish that mall trip. Couldn't afford it. I'm in my apartment now. Small, quiet, mine. My engineering job is everything I'd hoped. I'm enrolling in that master's program next semester. Sometimes I think about that smirk, how sure she'd been. How wrong. I don't regret loving her. I regret not loving myself more. But I'm fixing that. I'm finally fixing that.